And good evening, everyone, man. I tell you right now, you, I swear, I got to figure out how to stop that. Every time I go live, everything pops up on the screen there. But it's good to be back. It's Wednesday night, 20 minutes with Kerry, and man, life is good. Just let me start off saying that. And you're probably saying, well, Kerry, with you, life is always good. No, life is good, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I am starting to really believe that people want to change. I'm starting to believe that people want to change their lives. I truly believe that people are tired of being broke. And I'm going to tell you why I believe that, because we've been doing 20 minutes with Kerry for gosh a while now, and we started the marketing tips and the Tribe 80K, and the Tribe 80K has really brought people out of their shells to talk and to share things with me that I never really thought about. And I'm starting to realize that people, they truly believe everything they've been taught about finance and about wealth and about getting to where they want to go, when they want to get there, and how they want to do it. But I'm also finding that people have been fed so full of crap that they truly believe when they work somewhere for 30 years that they're going to be able to walk away from that job, have disposable income, and everything's going to be rosy, and they're going to spend half their life traveling the world. And until I meet those people whose dreams have been shattered because that wasn't the truth. And so I want you to go back. I want you to listen to our 4 o'clock show today, because I talked about a lady that I met this week, and she was working at a restaurant, and she had just retired. It's about 6 months ago, and then she realized that she had nothing to retire on. She had a 401k, and she said she started figuring out that there's no way this is going to last her the rest of her life, and she still was trying to put kids through school, and still had a mortgage payment, still had things going on, and she realized that she was broke. Had worked at a place for 30 years, got her retirement, had a little 401k package that she put into, and she admitted she started late on that. And she realized that she was broke and she didn't have anything to fall back on. So what was she doing? She was being a waitress. Now, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with being a waitress. Waitresses make exceptional money if they're good, if they work hard. I grew up in the restaurant business. I respect waitresses greatly for their hard work and their dedication. I always make sure that I tip them well because I know how hard they work and I know the things that they do. So don't think for a minute that I'm degrading waitresses and waiters, because they work very, very hard. But what really upsets me is the fact that people, they have believed all their life, and we're taught this in school. I was talking to a guy at SMU the other day. It's in my 4 o'clock show also. And I said, you're going to school for 4 to 6 years to learn to be an employee. And he said, I never thought about that. And it's so true. And we go from learning to be an employee to being an employee to busting our ass for 30 years and getting a plaque. And the minute we walk out the door, they replace us and we receive a little check in the mail. And I'm telling you, it's cruel the way our society teaches us what success is. And that's what 20 Minutes with Kerry is all about. And that's what Tribe 80K is all about. And our marketing tips at 4 o'clock, our Tribe series at 4 o'clock. I want to teach people how to learn how to be successful without depending on a Social Security check. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm speaking from experience here. Not that I'm receiving Social Security, even though I got gray hair, or anything like that. And I hope I never see a Social Security check. And some of you are probably cringing in your seat right now. You're saying, gosh, Kerry, you paid into that all your life. Yeah, but you don't get anything back out. And then they stop you from working and stop you from creating wealth for yourself because they say, well, we're going to take this away, and they scare the hell out of you, and you think you're going to be broke because now you can't depend on the government. Yes, you have got to create disposable income for yourself. Why are we so afraid to fail? Why are we so afraid to move forward in life and fail? Why are we so afraid that someone's going to take something away from us? Some piddly government check that amounts to, $1,200, $1,500, $1,600 a month. And people just about swallowed their tongue right there because they're saying, gosh, I could use that. I need that $1,600 a month. Why don't you replace it with $10,000 a month, and then you don't need it? Because I'm going to tell you, so some of you that are watching this show right now will never see a Social Security check. It's going to go away eventually because there's not enough people paying in for the amount of people that are out here. And with all the other government subsidies, they continually rate it, and there's not going to be anything there. So the lie that you're being told what you're going to have in 30, 40, or 50 years, I am here to tell you, you've got to change your train of thought, and you've got to quit being afraid to fail, and you have to move forward, and you have to do those things. Or when you retire, you're just going to be like the lady I met at the restaurant who thought everything was great because she had been taught that her entire life. She worked for 30 years, and she has her retirement, and she realized she's broke. Do you really want to be like that? I mean, I have friends that have retired, and they had dreams of going on vacation. They had dreams of doing all these grandiose things. And you know what they do? They sit at home because those vacations are usually $3,000 or $4,000. And they just don't have $3,000 or $4,000 disposable income. There is a difference in earning a wage and a difference in creating disposable generational income that allows you to do the things that you want to do. And if you do not open your eyes, you're going to be in the same position millions of Americans that have retired today are, sitting on their back porch, dreaming of going to Hawaii, dreaming of going to Europe, dreaming of going to Florida. Now, are there people that are able to do that? Yes, but it is a very, very small percentage of those who have dreamed all their life and been told all your life, if you work hard and you do all these things, you're going to get to where you want to go. And when you do that, everything's going to be rosy and everything's going to be fine. And then you realize that, my gosh, if I make an extra $50 a month, I'm going to lose part of my Social Security and part of my Medicaid or Medicare or whatever that is. I'm going through that with my brother right now. Right now. So don't say, well, Kerry, you just don't understand. Yes, I do, because I fight it every single day with my brother, who is getting a Social Security check that is below the poverty level. He is getting a Medicare, and he still owes the hospitals money. When he goes to the hospital, those things happen. Why? Because he did not prepare. Why? Because he did not realize that at 60 years old, he would be in this position. You never know what's going to happen. You never, ever know. Why are we afraid to try? Why are we afraid to do the things that we do and make happen? Why do we do that? Why? Because we've been taught all our lives, don't worry, everything's going to be rosy, so you don't need to try anything else. What is your plan B? Do you even have a plan B? I'm going to tell you now, and we talked about this in season 1 of 20 Minutes with Kerry. If you make a great plan A, you don't need a plan B. If you create the disposable income, then you don't have to worry about that. If you do all the things and all the steps that you have to do, then you don't have to do that. That's why I created Tribe 80K. And a lot of people have asked me, Kerry, what is Tribe 80K? What does that mean? I'm going to help 80,000 people make $80,000 a month. And all you have to do is come on board and be a part of this movement. It's going to be the greatest wealth movement in the history of the United States. And why did I do that? I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you the same thing that a fellow sitting in my car the other night asked me. He said, Kerry, why would you spend your time after building successful businesses? Why would you give back and do that? Because it breaks my heart to see people fail. Because of someone else. Now, if you make a decision to not move forward in your life, and if you make a decision not to listen, that's up to you. And in 10 years or 5 years or 2 years or 15 years, you wake up and you say, gosh, man, I remember Kerry talking about this many years ago, and here I sit. You know? And you say, well, I didn't think he was being honest back then. I didn't think he was telling the truth. Let me ask you this question. And think about this one answer. What if everything I am saying is absolutely true? What if you work for 30 years and there's nothing at the end of the rainbow? What if you put everything you have into one basket and at the 25-year point, the company goes belly up? What happens then? Then all you have to live on is a Social Security check that is barely enough to put groceries on your table. You're sure not going to finish out a mortgage payment if you still have a mortgage payment. You're still not going to do those things. And I'm not saying this stuff to scare you. I'm saying this stuff because I am watching it every single day materialize right in front of me with what my brother's going through, who tripped over a brick on the front porch, had brain damage. It has done many things to his life, and I'm watching it right before me. It's not a scare tactic. It's the truth. And some people are saying, well, gosh, Kerry, I've got a savings account. Let me tell you something. When you go from making $100,000, $150,000 a year down to making $30,000 a year, and you've only got $100,000 or $200,000 saved up in a savings account, how long do you think that's going to last you? How long do you think that's really going to last you? What are we really afraid of? This is what I think, and this is totally my opinion. This is what I believe we are really afraid of. I think we are afraid to do things that are out of the box because of what other people may think. I will tell you this. When you need groceries on your table and you need things done and your friends can't provide that because they're in the same situation, you're going to wish that you would have said, hey, this is what I'm going to do. Do you want to go along with me? Because what happens is we get caught in a trap. We get caught in a trap of saying, you know what? I don't want people to think that something's wrong with me because I'm doing X, Y, Z. I don't want people to think different of me because I'm trying to get ahead in life. I want them to think that everything is rosy right now. Guys, we're not talking about right now. We aren't talking about tomorrow. We're not talking about next week. We're talking about the future to come that you know nothing about because it hasn't got here yet. What if you tripped over a brick tomorrow? Your insurance cancels you. You have to get on SSDI. And it's not enough to pay for anything. And then your hospital bills mount because Medicare is only paying a portion of it, and you don't qualify for Medicaid yet. I'm living it. I'm seeing it. I'm watching it happen every single day in my family's life. Every day. And I'm like, God, my gosh, What if this happened to people I know and love that I talk to every day, or that messaging me on Messenger, and all these things? What if that happened to them? And I didn't come on here and say, guys, what are you afraid of? Make it happen. Make it happen. With Tribe 80K, this is going to be a movement like nothing else. Get on board. If you don't like it, don't do anything. But do not at least take a look and give me the opportunity to share with you a wealth movement that will create generational wealth in your life, but more importantly, will create disposable income forever. I don't know about you, but I can't spend $80,000 a month. I can't spend $10,000 a month. And I travel a lot. I do a lot. I mean, I play music. I just bought a set of drums, and I'm on the go all the time, and I go out to eat almost every day. So I do good to spend a couple $1,000s a month, unless I go on a long trip, then I may spend an extra $2,500 or something. But think about that for a moment. Building generational wealth, building wealth in your life that allows you the disposable income to take you through those times if something does happen. Just sock it away in the bank. Create your own retirement account. Don't depend on anybody else. What if you put your, I can't remember the name of the company down in Houston. Golly, man, it just totally flew my brain. But people were getting rich, and all of a sudden, it was completely shut down. I think it started with an E. Somebody put it in the comments and tell me. But think about that for a moment. Think about it for a moment. What if that happens to you? It is my hope and prayer that it does not. I'm going to read something to you that a good friend of mine, Carlos, posted today. I should have already had it pulled up. I read this earlier, and I want to make sure that I get it right because it's very important. He got this from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, and this is Carlos Aguirre. He is a board member, and he is one of the founders of True United. The product that we use a couple of products from True United that we use as our signature product to build the movement with the Tribe 80K. So, but it says this: the world is full of people who are grabbing and self-seeking. So the rare individual who unselfishly tries to serve others has an enormous advantage. He has little competition. That's you. This is your opportunity to find something to help others with. And in that process, create the generational wealth for yourself that you've always thought you were going to have. Now, some of you may be watching this and say, Kerry, I make $100,000 a month now. Awesome. Let me show you how to make $180,000. Because when somebody asked me today, they said, well, Kerry, when is enough enough? When you fall, trip over a brick, and hit your head, what you're going to find out is that sometimes there's never enough. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want you to go to tribe80k.com. I want you to go in there, and I want you to fill out the little form, okay? I'm going to contact you. I'm going to explain to you exactly what we're doing. I'm going to talk to you personally, okay? I'm going to talk to you personally and explain to you exactly what we're doing. I want you to be a part of this movement. It's moving and growing rapidly because people are starting to say, you know what, Kerry? I don't want to be in that position. I do not want to be in that position. So go on, fill out the form. I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to send you a bunch of crap. I'm going to send you a couple of emails. We're going to get together. We're going to talk, and you're going to make a decision. I want to do this or I don't. Join me, tribe80k.com. I want to thank everybody for being a part of our 20 Minutes with Kerry. We are now on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock. We have our marketing minute at 4 o'clock. And so I want you to be there at 4 o'clock if you can. If not, make sure you watch the replays. Everybody have a great evening. Good night. God bless. And I look forward to seeing you all next week.